Poverty is often perceived as a lack of financial resources. But the Stoics teach us that true wealth is not measured by material possessions. According to Stoic philosophy, wealth is found in virtue, wisdom, and self-mastery. To the Stoics, poverty is not just a financial state, but a state of mind, a lack of inner resources that leads to misery and dissatisfaction. In this video, we will explore 7 powerful Stoic lessons that can help you avoid the trap of poverty, both materially and spiritually. These lessons are not about getting rich quickly or accumulating wealth at all costs. Instead, they focus on cultivating a mindset that leads to true abundance and resilience. By applying these principles to your life, you can achieve a state of inner wealth that no external circumstance can take away. So let's dive into these 7 Stoic lessons and discover how to build a life of true prosperity. Lesson number 1. Master your desires. One of the core teachings of Stoicism is the importance of mastering your desires. The Stoics believe that uncontrolled desires lead to a life of dissatisfaction and poverty, not just in material terms, but also in spiritual and emotional dimensions. Our modern world is filled with temptations. Advertisements constantly urging us to buy more, social media showcasing the lavish lifestyles of others, and the pressure to keep up with ever-changing trends. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that happiness lies in acquiring more, but this is a dangerous illusion. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, famously stated, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." This statement highlights a fundamental Stoic principle. True poverty is not a lack of material wealth, but a lack of control over our desires. When we are constantly driven by the need for more money, more possessions, more recognition, we become slaves to these desires. No matter how much we acquire, it will never be enough, and we will always feel impoverished. To master your desires, you must first recognize them for what they are: temporary impulses that often do not align with your true needs or values. The Stoics advise practicing mindfulness and self-reflection to become aware of these desires and to question their validity. Ask yourself, do I really need this? Will this bring me lasting happiness, or is it just a fleeting pleasure? By scrutinizing your desires, you can begin to separate the necessary from the superfluous. Another powerful Stoic practice for mastering desires is voluntary discomfort. This involves deliberately placing yourself in situations where you do without certain comforts or luxuries. For example, you might choose to sleep on the floor instead of a bed for a night, skip a meal, or wear simpler clothing. These exercises help you realize that you can live without many of the things you once thought were essential. They also build resilience and fortitude, qualities that are invaluable when facing life's challenges. Over time, as you gain control over your desires, you will find that your sense of wealth and contentment grows. You will no longer be at the mercy of external circumstances or material possessions to feel fulfilled. Instead, you will cultivate an inner wealth, a state of mind that is rich in peace, gratitude, and satisfaction with what you have. This is the essence of Stoic wealth, and it is far more enduring than any material riches. Mastering your desires is not about renouncing all pleasures or living a life of asceticism. Rather, it is about achieving balance and ensuring that your desires are in harmony with your true values and goals. By doing so, you free yourself from the poverty of endless craving and open the door to a life of genuine prosperity. Lesson number 2. Cultivate frugality. Frugality is a virtue that the Stoics held in high regard, and for good reason. In a world where consumerism reigns supreme, the ability to live frugally is not just a financial strategy, It's a philosophy of life that leads to greater freedom, independence, and inner peace. Frugality is about making conscious choices to live within your means, to avoid waste, and to focus on what truly matters. Epictetus, another renowned Stoic philosopher, once said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." This quote encapsulates the Stoic approach to wealth and poverty. True wealth is not about accumulating more, but about needing less. When you cultivate frugality, you reduce your dependency on external factors and create a sense of financial security that is resilient to the ups and downs of life. Frugality begins with an awareness of your spending habits. It's essential to differentiate between needs and wants, and to question the value that each purchase brings to your life. The Stoics believed in simplicity and self-sufficiency, advocating for a lifestyle that avoids excess and focuses on what is truly necessary. This doesn't mean living in deprivation, but rather making intentional choices about where your resources go. One practical way to cultivate frugality is by creating a budget and sticking to it. A budget helps you track your income and expenses, ensuring that you live within your means and save for the future. It's important to allocate your resources wisely, prioritizing necessities like food, shelter, and education, while cutting back on non-essential items that don't contribute to your overall well-being. Another aspect of frugality is reducing waste. The Stoics valued efficiency and saw waste as a form of excess that distracts from living a virtuous life. This principle can be applied to various areas of life, whether it's food, time, or money. By being mindful of waste, you conserve resources and make the most of what you have, further strengthening your financial position. Frugality also involves embracing minimalism. In a world that often equates success with material abundance, minimalism challenges this notion by suggesting that less is more. By decluttering your life and focusing on the essentials, you free up mental and physical space, allowing you to concentrate on what truly matters: relationships, personal growth, and meaningful work. This shift in focus from material possessions to personal values is a key element of Stoic wealth. Living frugally is not just about saving money, it's about creating a life that is aligned with your values and goals. When you reduce your dependency on material goods, you gain more control over your life and your choices. You are no longer at the mercy of consumer culture or the pursuit of wealth for its own sake. Instead, you live with intention, making decisions that lead to a more fulfilling and prosperous life. In the end, frugality is a powerful tool for avoiding poverty because it teaches you to live within your means, to appreciate what you have, and to focus on what truly matters. By cultivating frugality, you build a strong foundation of financial stability and peace of mind, ensuring that you are prepared for whatever challenges life may bring. Lesson number 3. Practice gratitude for what you have. Gratitude is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy and one of the most powerful tools for cultivating inner wealth. The Stoics believe that true poverty is not about what we lack, but about the failure to appreciate what we already have. In a world that constantly pushes us to want more, to achieve more, and to acquire more, practicing gratitude helps us shift our focus from scarcity to abundance. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers, wrote in his Meditations, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love." This simple yet profound practice of gratitude transforms our perspective, helping us to see the richness in our everyday lives. It reminds us that true wealth is not measured by material possessions, but by the depth of our appreciation for the things that cannot be bought. To practice gratitude, the Stoics recommended a daily reflection on the things you are thankful for. This could be as simple as acknowledging the beauty of nature, the warmth of the sun, the food on your table, or the love of your family and friends. By taking a few moments each day to reflect on these blessings, you cultivate a mindset of abundance that protects you from the poverty of dissatisfaction. Gratitude also plays a crucial role in overcoming the human tendency to compare ourselves to others. In a society where social media constantly bombards us with images of other people's seemingly perfect lives, it's easy to fall into the trap of envy and feel that we are lacking. However, the Stoics taught that comparison is the thief of joy. Instead of measuring our worth against others, we should focus on our own unique journey and the blessings that are part of it. Another aspect of practicing gratitude is recognizing the value of the challenges and difficulties we face. The Stoics believe that adversity is a natural part of life, and that it provides opportunities for growth and self-improvement. When we learn to see challenges as blessings in disguise, we transform our mindset from one of victimhood to one of empowerment. We become resilient and resourceful, capable of finding wealth in even the most difficult circumstances. Gratitude also helps us build stronger relationships. When we express appreciation for the people in our lives, we strengthen our bonds and create a sense of community and support. This social wealth is invaluable, especially during times of hardship. The Stoics understood that true wealth is not just about individual success, but about the quality of our connections with others. To deepen your practice of gratitude, consider keeping a gratitude journal. Each day, write down 3 things you are grateful for, no matter how small. Over time, this practice will train your mind to focus on the positive aspects of your life, leading to greater contentment and a sense of abundance. You'll find that as your gratitude grows, so too does your perception of wealth, making you feel richer in every sense of the word. In conclusion, practicing gratitude is a powerful antidote to the poverty of the mind. It helps us appreciate the wealth we already possess, strengthens our resilience in the face of challenges, and enhances our relationships with others. By cultivating a grateful heart, we discover that true wealth is not something to be pursued, but something that is already within us, waiting to be recognized and cherished. Lesson number 4. Embrace hard work and perseverance. The Stoics believe that success and prosperity are not the results of luck or external circumstances, but the fruits of hard work, discipline, and perseverance. In their view, poverty often stems from a lack of effort and the unwillingness to endure hardship in the pursuit of one's goals. To the Stoics, the path to wealth is paved with consistent, diligent effort and the resilience to keep going despite setbacks. Seneca famously said, "Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity." This quote reflects the Stoic understanding that success is not a matter of chance, but the outcome of continuous effort and readiness. Those who are willing to work hard and persevere, even when the going gets tough, are more likely to achieve their goals and avoid the pitfalls of poverty. To embrace hard work, it's important to cultivate a strong sense of purpose. The Stoics taught that having a clear sense of direction, a guiding principle or ultimate goal, provides the motivation needed to persevere through challenges. This purpose should be aligned with your values and contribute to the greater good, rather than being driven by selfish desires. When your work is meaningful, it becomes a source of satisfaction and fulfillment, rather than just a means to an end. Perseverance is another key component of the Stoic approach to wealth. Life is full of obstacles, and the road to success is rarely smooth. The Stoics recognize that setbacks are inevitable, but they also believe that these challenges are opportunities for growth. When you encounter difficulties, rather than giving up, the Stoics encourage you to view them as tests of your character and resolve. Each challenge you overcome strengthens your resilience and brings you one step closer to your goals. One practical way to embrace hard work and perseverance is to adopt a disciplined routine. The Stoics valued structure and consistency, believing that a well-ordered life leads to greater productivity and success. Set specific goals for yourself, break them down into manageable tasks, and commit to working on them every day. This disciplined approach ensures steady progress and helps you build momentum over time. It's also important to develop a mindset that embraces discomfort. The Stoics believed that comfort is the enemy of growth and that true success comes from pushing beyond your limits. This might mean taking on challenges that scare you, doing tasks that are difficult or unpleasant, or enduring periods of sacrifice in pursuit of a greater goal. By getting comfortable with discomfort, you build the mental and physical toughness needed to achieve lasting success. Another Stoic principle related to hard work is the concept of focusing on what is within your control. The Stoics taught that we should not waste energy worrying about things we cannot change, but instead, direct our efforts towards the things we can influence. By focusing on your own actions and attitudes, rather than external circumstances, you take full responsibility for your success. This empowers you to keep working hard, even when faced with obstacles that seem insurmountable. Finally, remember that the Stoic approach to hard work and perseverance is not about relentless toil without rest. The Stoics believed in the importance of balance and self-care. Rest and recovery are essential components of a sustainable work ethic. By taking care of your physical and mental well-being, you ensure that you have the energy and focus needed to continue working towards your goals over the long term. In summary, embracing hard work and perseverance is a key Stoic lesson for avoiding poverty and achieving success. By cultivating discipline, resilience, and a strong sense of purpose, you build the foundation for a prosperous and fulfilling life. The path may be difficult, but the rewards, both material and spiritual, are well worth the effort. Lesson number 5. Value your time above all else. Time is the most precious resource we have, yet it is often the most squandered. The Stoics placed immense value on time, viewing it as the true currency of life. Unlike money or material possessions, time is finite and irreplaceable. Once it is gone, it can never be regained. Therefore, how we choose to spend our time is one of the most important decisions we make, and it has a profound impact on our overall wealth and success. Seneca wrote extensively about the importance of time management in his essay on the shortness of life. He argued that life is not necessarily short, but that we waste much of it on trivial pursuits. It is not that we have a short time to live, he said, but that we waste a lot of it. Life is long enough, and it has been given in sufficiently generous measure to allow the accomplishment of the very greatest things if the whole of it is well invested. This Stoic insight underscores the idea that true wealth is found not in how much time we have, but in how we use it. To value your time, the Stoics recommend living with intention and purpose. This means being mindful of how you spend each moment and ensuring that your activities align with your goals and values. It's easy to fall into the trap of procrastination, distractions, or engaging in activities that do not contribute to your growth or well-being. However, the Stoics believe that a life well lived is one where every moment is used wisely and purposefully. One practical way to value your time is to prioritize your tasks according to their importance and urgency. The Stoics often spoke of the dichotomy of control, the idea that some things are within our control, while others are not. Applying this concept to time management means focusing on the tasks that are most important and within your control, rather than getting bogged down by minor details or external distractions. By prioritizing your time effectively, you ensure that your efforts are directed towards what truly matters. Another important aspect of valuing time is learning to say no. The Stoics understood that time is a limited resource, and they advised against spreading oneself too thin by taking on too many commitments. It's important to recognize your own limits and to protect your time by saying no to activities or obligations that do not serve your goals. This doesn't mean being selfish, but rather being selective about how you allocate your time and energy. In addition to managing your time wisely, the Stoics also emphasized the importance of being present in each moment. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, advised, confine yourself to the present. This Stoic principle teaches us to focus on the here and now, rather than dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. By being fully present in each moment, you make the most of your time and enhance your overall quality of life. Valuing your time also means being mindful of how you spend your leisure. The Stoics believed that leisure should be used for activities that nourish the mind and soul, such as reading, contemplation, or engaging in meaningful conversations. While rest and relaxation are important, the Stoics cautioned against idleness or mindless entertainment, which can drain your time and leave you feeling empty. Instead, they encouraged activities that contribute to personal growth and fulfillment. Finally, the Stoics remind us that time is fleeting, and we must live with a sense of urgency. Life is unpredictable, and none of us knows how much time we have left. This awareness of mortality, known as memento mori, is a central theme in Stoic philosophy. By keeping this in mind, we are motivated to make the most of each day and to live in a way that is true to our values and aspirations. In conclusion, valuing your time is a fundamental Stoic lesson for avoiding poverty and achieving success. By living with intention, prioritizing your tasks, and being present in each moment, you ensure that your time is well spent and that your life is rich in meaning and purpose. Time is the most valuable asset you have. Use it wisely. Lesson number 6. Seek wisdom continuously. In the Stoic tradition, the pursuit of wisdom is considered one of the highest virtues and a key to living a prosperous life. The Stoics believed that wisdom is not just about acquiring knowledge, but about understanding the deeper truths of life and applying this understanding to make sound decisions. Wisdom guides us in discerning what is truly valuable, helps us navigate life's challenges, and ultimately leads to a life of fulfillment and success. Epictetus famously said, "Only the educated are free." This Stoic maxim highlights the idea that true freedom, and by extension, true wealth, comes from the ability to think critically, make informed choices, and act with purpose. Without wisdom, we are easily swayed by external circumstances, led astray by false beliefs, and trapped in a cycle of poor decisions that can lead to poverty, both materially and spiritually. The pursuit of wisdom begins with a commitment to lifelong learning. The Stoics believe that life is a continuous journey of growth and that we should never stop seeking to expand our understanding of the world. This can be achieved through various means, such as reading, studying philosophy, engaging in deep conversations, and reflecting on your experiences. The more knowledge and insight you gain, the better equipped you are to make wise choices and avoid the pitfalls that lead to poverty. In addition to seeking knowledge, the Stoics emphasize the importance of self-reflection. Wisdom is not just about knowing the right answers, but about understanding yourself, your strengths, weaknesses, desires, and fears. By regularly examining your thoughts, emotions, and actions, you develop greater self-awareness and are better able to align your decisions with your true values and goals. This self-knowledge is essential for avoiding the mistakes that can lead to poverty. Another key aspect of seeking wisdom is cultivating humility. The Stoics recognize that no one is infallible and that we all have much to learn. They advised against arrogance or the belief that we already know everything. Instead, they encouraged a mindset of openness and curiosity, where we are always willing to learn from others, admit our mistakes, and grow from our experiences. This humility allows us to continuously improve and avoid the stagnation that can result from complacency. The Stoics also believed in the importance of seeking out mentors and learning from the wisdom of others. They understood that we are all interconnected, and that by sharing knowledge and insights we can help each other grow. Whether through books, teachers, or personal relationships, surrounding yourself with wise and virtuous individuals can greatly enhance your own wisdom and guide you on the path to success. Wisdom is also about knowing how to apply knowledge in a practical way. The Stoics were not just philosophers in the abstract sense. They were deeply concerned with how their ideas could be used to improve daily life. This practical wisdom involves making decisions that are not only rational but also aligned with your values and conducive to long-term success. It requires the ability to see the bigger picture, to anticipate the consequences of your actions, and to choose the path that leads to the greatest good. In conclusion, seeking wisdom continuously is a crucial Stoic lesson for avoiding poverty and living a prosperous life. By committing to lifelong learning, cultivating self-awareness, practicing humility, and applying practical wisdom, you equip yourself with the tools needed to navigate life's challenges and achieve true wealth. Wisdom is the compass that guides you on the journey to a fulfilling and successful life. Never stop seeking it. Lesson number 7. Live in harmony with nature. The Stoics believed that living in harmony with nature is essential for achieving true wealth and avoiding poverty. But what does it mean to live in harmony with nature? For the Stoics, nature refers not only to the natural world but also to the underlying order and rationality of the universe. Living in harmony with nature means aligning your life with this order, understanding your place in the world, and acting in accordance with the natural laws that govern life. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, wrote, "Live according to nature." This Stoic principle is rooted in the belief that everything in the universe is interconnected and that each of us has a role to play in the greater whole. By recognizing this interconnectedness, we learn to live with humility, compassion, and a sense of responsibility toward others and the world around us. This mindset leads to a life of balance, purpose, and contentment, qualities that are far more valuable than material wealth. One way to live in harmony with nature is to cultivate a sense of simplicity and moderation. The Stoics believed that nature provides us with everything we need to live a good life, and that excess and overindulgence lead to imbalance and suffering. By living simply and avoiding unnecessary luxuries, you not only reduce your dependency on external factors, but also develop a deeper appreciation for the natural world and its gifts. This simplicity fosters a sense of inner wealth that is independent of material possessions. Another aspect of living in harmony with nature is understanding and accepting the natural cycles of life. The Stoics taught that everything in life is temporary and subject to change: birth and death, success and failure, joy and sorrow. By accepting these natural cycles, we learn to let go of our attachments to things that are beyond our control and to embrace the flow of life with equanimity. This acceptance leads to a sense of peace and resilience, protecting us from the emotional poverty that comes from clinging to impermanent things. Living in harmony with nature also involves taking care of the environment and recognizing our responsibility to future generations. The Stoics understood that our actions have consequences not only for ourselves but for the world around us. By living sustainably and making choices that minimize harm to the environment, we contribute to the well-being of the planet and ensure that future generations have the resources they need to thrive. This sense of stewardship is a form of wealth that transcends material possessions and benefits the greater good. In addition to environmental stewardship, the Stoics believed in living in harmony with human nature. This means understanding the fundamental aspects of human psychology and behavior and working with them, rather than against them. For example, the Stoics recognize that humans are social creatures who thrive in community, and that meaningful relationships are a key component of a fulfilling life. By cultivating kindness, empathy, and cooperation, we create a sense of social wealth that enriches our lives and those of others. Finally, living in harmony with nature means accepting the inevitability of death. The Stoics viewed death as a natural part of life and believed that by accepting it, we free ourselves from the fear that often drives us to make poor decisions or to cling to material possessions. This acceptance allows us to live more fully in the present, to appreciate the beauty of life, and to focus on what truly matters. In this way, we achieve a wealth that is not defined by the length of our lives, but by the depth of our experiences. In summary, living in harmony with nature is a profound Stoic lesson for avoiding poverty and achieving true wealth. By aligning your life with the natural order, embracing simplicity and moderation, accepting the cycles of life, and taking responsibility for the world around you, you cultivate a sense of inner wealth that is both enduring and fulfilling. This is the wealth that the Stoics valued most, and it is the key to a life of lasting prosperity and peace. The Stoic lessons we've explored in this video offer a path to true wealth, one that is not dependent on external circumstances but is rooted in inner strength, wisdom, and virtue. By mastering your desires, cultivating frugality, practicing gratitude, embracing hard work, valuing time, seeking wisdom, and living in accordance with nature, you can build a life that is rich in meaning and purpose. Remember, poverty is not just a lack of material resources, it is a state of mind. By applying these Stoic principles, you can free yourself from the chains of poverty and create a life of true abundance. Success and prosperity are not found in the pursuit of wealth alone, but in the cultivation of a virtuous and fulfilling life. Let the wisdom of the Stoics guide you on your journey to a prosperous life. May you find the strength to overcome challenges, the wisdom to make sound decisions, and the peace that comes from living in harmony with your true nature.